Hey everyone, Curse Deck Builder here, and no, I'm not getting sponsored, nothing like that's happening. You see, there's a video game I really like. It's like an old MMO from 2005 called Guild Wars, and every now and then it goes on like this ridiculous sale. Like it's 75% off, so you can buy the entire trilogy for like 10 bucks, I think, and you don't pay monthly fees and all that. And this is like the third time in a little while that this has happened. And each time it happens, I find some friends and I shake them as hard as I can and I say, you should play this really old clunky game with me because it's a lot of fun. And then each time I additionally think, hey, I should make a video on this because this is the kind of game that Magic the Gathering players would really, really like. And I don't. And then it went on sale again and I figured I should do it. So if you're interested at all, watch this video. I'm not going to make any video game content for this channel. I don't think this is where that's going. I really want to share this. But if you're interested, come hang out, listen to this. So like I said, this is Guild Wars. This came out in 2005. It has 3 expansions, technically 3 campaigns and 1 expansion, but let's say there's 4 total expansions. So the people who made this were very clearly inspired by MTG. It's like a team deck building RPG game. The thing is, instead of collecting cards to build a deck out of, what you do is you collect skills. Skills are like the spells or actions or attacks that your character can do. Each character has like 8 skills that you can carry around at any time. So you're building a bar or a build that you're going to go out with. In addition, each character has 2 classes, a primary and a secondary. The primary always stays the same and the secondary changes whenever you want. So it's like you built a 2-color deck. A primary color that your character is kind of mainly built for, and then a secondary color that's meant to support what you're doing. However, the majority of the content in the game is designed around an 8-player team. Now I say players, but I should mean characters, because you can take along with you NPC heroes that you also equip with skills or these cards. When you think about it, 8 characters, each with 8 skills, that's 64 skills or 64 cards. You've built a deck of 64 cards to go out adventuring with. And the more you explore and the regions you get access to, the newer skills, spells, and attacks you can pick up, diversifying your collection, much like how we build a deck or a collection of Magic cards. And this is absolutely a team building game, where figuring out your exact composition and what you want to be doing is essential. Each area is like a dungeon in traditional games, where you get your own instance of that region so that no other players come by, nobody comes and takes your kills. It's like everything is there for you and you have to fight it out with your team. Because of that, planning a build, much like planning a deck for a tournament, is essential. And especially when you can bring up the challenge later in the game, where they have a hard mode version of every single area in the game, causing you to go back and rethink areas you've played through before. So the complete collection comes with 10 classes you can go through, and I'm big on this. Like whenever I want to learn about a game, I want to know who I can play. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of each class. Warriors, they're your melee, crowd control, shouts and defense, and tanking. Generally a very safe pick. Rangers are bow and arrows, pets and traps, you know, kind of that like tree hugging stuff. And late game can deliver the best single target with like assassin daggers. It's really, really cool, really fun. Monks are your healers, white mage, smiting prayers, the ability to just kill the undead, things like that. High skill ceiling, but then you gotta like helping people. Necromancer, which is objectively the right choice, just black mana, blood sacrifice, curses, undead minions, great team support and damage. Mesmers are your blue mages, counter magic, hexes, skill theft. If you've ever enjoyed playing blue in Commander, you're a bad person, and this is the class for you. And just like in Magic, on a long enough timeline, blue becomes the strongest thing, so Mesmers by far are the meta and the strongest thing in the game. Elementalists are fireballs, earthquakes, lightning storms, you know, that really flashy stuff that has really big numbers appear on screen. They're your red mages. Assassins are your glass cannons, you know, jumping in and out of battle, though somehow in the late game they're the best tanks around. Ritualists are really cool. They kind of have like area-based abilities as they bind spirits to locations, and those spirits have like a range. So they're kind of like moving groups of support. Really, really cool. Great flavor as well. Paragons are bards if instead of being drunk people at bars, they were religious zealots. They are the primary support class in the game and are the best at doing that, especially if you're a player and you love supporting. Finally, dervishes are the other objectively correct choice. They're like scythe-wielding paladins that dance, like whirling dervishes, if you've ever seen them. Really, really cool, and like can also do everything else every other class does, but a little better. They're like easy mode in the game, but I love them. They're so fun to play. And then don't forget that every one of these classes dual class, so you pick a very unique hero that has like a huge amount of skills at their disposals and a huge amount of builds. No class has like a build that you do. No class outside of the Paragon has like a build that you do, so with the variety, you get to play so many different things. Respecking is free and can be done instantaneously outside of a dungeon, so you're constantly ready to change into something new. I love this deck building process, so like, to me, this is so much fun. As for the story, you've got 3 continents to explore. You can start on any one of them and like, you're native to that area, but then you can travel to the other parts as kind of like an immigrant, and that's really cool. That being said, the story's not great. I mean, if you've ever read a bad fantasy novel, you know what you're getting into, but I don't particularly play this for the story. It's schlock, but it's fun schlock. I will say that like there are some topics they don't handle particularly well, and this game has like sexist female armor from the early 2000s, so if that puts you off, I completely understand not wanting to play this because it's embarrassing. However, beyond that, the community is great. There's like several wikis. There's like a main wiki and another wiki dedicated to just builds, where players are constantly updating them and staying in contact. There's still like guilds and clans and whatever you want to call those. I'm a part of a guild. I don't think I've ever spoken to anyone in a guild, and I don't remember how I joined it, but they're there for you if you need help, so that's fun. And if you love like looking up something in a game and you get like a YouTube video from 2008, because I absolutely do, this game has a ton of them. You've never seen unregistered Hypercam 3 written on a video so often than when you search Guild Wars build compilations or how to play. And if you're not like a big fan of, you know, other people, if you're not a big fan of playing with others, this game can be done completely solo. In fact, for the majority of the time I've played solo with NPCs, or you can go with like one friend and a bunch of NPCs and still have a great time. And that's it. I don't know if this will be well received. I just wanted to make this because I wanted to talk about this game I really like in very small amounts and just say, hey, you should get this if it interests you because it's $10. We'll have more general, you know, Magic content coming up. But if you like this game and you think it's cool, you should leave a comment, send me a message, tell me that you like it. It would mean a lot. I just don't want to be the only one playing this game in like for the next 10 years of my life. Okay, bye.